All right, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 21 of the CMLL 2004 series in TW9. I'm Hijo de Amigo, and we're on the booking screen again. This isn't a case where I accidentally advanced into the show, like happened in the AEW series last time. I actually tried to stream yesterday, so if you're watching this on YouTube, again, the time, you know, I'm talking about the past. But yeah, I tried to stream yesterday and I was having some weird connection issues. It turns out I just had to unplug my Ethernet cable from the router and plug it into port 2. So yeah, it was as simple as that. It took me forever to figure it out, but we're here. The connection is good today. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Also, yeah, before anything, rest in peace, Joe Doring. He passed away yesterday after a battle with brain cancer for 10 years. Two-time former All Japan Triple Crown champion. He had a cool run in TNA in Eric Young's group, Violent by Design. I was a big fan of that guy. So yeah, really sad news. Rest in peace, Joe Doring. All right, yeah, let's get on with this. On that somber note. Yeah, you see here, I already booked most of this show, so I guess we'll just go over it again. This is as far as I got before the internet problems were too much. I remember the last thing I was booking was a huge brawl. So this was going to come after our main event. I don't remember if I finished booking it. Here, let's do this. Let's move this up to where it would go. And all right, speaking of the main events, the main event we ended up with was Hijo del Santo, El Canek, and Ultimo Dragon taking on the team of Pero Wow Jr., Dr. Wagner Jr., and Ultimo Guerrero. And yeah, you see over here, we had Hijo del Santos going over, but it's going to be a DQ. He's going to get attacked by Mr. Aguilar. 15-minute match. And yeah, that's going to lead into a angle where we have a big brawl. You know, Perros del Mal, all the heels, and all the technicals. So you got like Santo, Casas, Blue Panther, Mystico. Everybody's going to have a huge brawl. Which, speaking of, let's go through. Did I even put... Let's see, we got Santo, Terrible, Felino, Halloween, Hector Garza, LA Park. This is like damn near half the roster. Yeah, I don't see Blue Panther in there, so let's add people. All right, Blue Panther getting added to this angle, as is Mystico. They are the trios champions. It would be weird if Blue Panther and Mystico just weren't there. I guess Wagner. Well, I guess like Wagner, Ultimo Guerrero, El Canek would all be there, but they're not really involved in this angle, so I think I'm just gonna leave them out. Oh wait, no, Ultimo Guerrero is in here, and Ultimo. Okay, so it's, yeah, Wagner. Oh yeah, this is basically like the entire roster is having this big fight for 2 minutes. I'm gonna copy everybody. Part 2. Yeah, I definitely didn't finish booking this because I see some people are set to background and some people are still fighting. All right, so I'm just gonna paste. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. All right, yeah, we're just gonna go through this again, and what I was going to book was that there was gonna be a promo battle between like Santo and Casas and Pero Wow Jr. and Casas and Shocker would challenge Vampiro and the Perros del Mal to a trios lucha de apuesta, which Perros del Mal would accept. And then yeah, also we still have the trios championship match, which is going to be the main event of our upcoming pay-per-view, Leyenda de Azul, Leyenda de Azul. Damian. Yeah, this must be a jarring way to come into this episode. The booking is already in progress. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. But hey, you know, we're back. The internet, you know, I literally chalked it up yesterday to just Spectrum being Spectrum. You know, had I known it was as simple as uh, the Ethernet cable can't be plugged into that one, I would have fixed it yesterday. But yeah, I didn't know. Got the delay background, Felino background. You know, I always end up booking these angles with way too many people. You know, I've got an addiction. Can't help myself. I'm just like, how many people? How many people are available backstage? Send them all out. All right, LA Park background, Mystico. Mr. Aguila. Casas, you are going to be cutting a promo. Neat show background. About junior character. Oh wait, Betty Off is already background. Shocker. Dragon. Ultimo Guerrero. They're starting to get off screen here. And Vampire. All right. Man, that was a lot of work. We're going to bump this up to 4 minutes. So yeah, 6-minute angle. Do we have an 8 angle idea for this? No, we don't. All right, well, you know, maybe having the entire roster in this angle will help it out. All right, but yeah, that's the main event. That's what's going on at the end of the show. Let's talk about these other matches now. All right, so as I mentioned, Leyenda de Azul coming up October 22nd. So this is the go home show. We're doing Leyenda de Azul qualifiers. So we have an 8-man tag with El Pantera, Volador Jr., Ricky Marvin, Virus taking on Los Hermanos Dinamita and Black Warrior. We ended up changing this one to be a trios match. So it's Los Invernales taking on Starman, Explosivo, and Olympico, and spoilers, Los Infernales are going to win. Shocking. And then we also have for our Tech Masterclass, I wanted to do Felino versus Blue Demon Jr. So I decided that this is going to decide the first and last entrance into the Leyenda de Azul Cibernetico. Yeah, and I guess you guys are up to speed now. That's what we booked last time. Oh yeah, also there is a Wagner Jr. promo where he was informed by Shelly Martinez that he's going to be defending the heavyweight championship against El Connect at the pay-per-view. All right, we need to book 16 more minutes still, so maybe a couple more promos. Let's see, we got Wagner, we have everybody. Do any of Los Invernales have mic skills? You know, I wouldn't mind giving them a promo. Ooh. All right, not Mephisto. All right, maybe not. Does Blue Demon Jr. have mic skills? Ooh. I mean, he's pretty over though. All right, we'll give Blue Demon Jr. a promo. Why not? You know, the Leyenda de Azul is honoring his dad. All right, so we got Blue Demon Jr. backstage. Let's let's throw in Petty Off, Damien, and El Tenible. Just a couple of them, you know. I don't want to have to add everybody again. And off screen, we're gonna have him talk. Who are they feuding? Negro Casas. Casas isn't even in the match actually. Let's do Felino. Let's just leave it at Felino. Whatever. It's gonna be a backstage angle. Boom. So just after their match, Blue Demon Jr. gonna cut a quick promo on him. With the 8-man tag. I was gonna say the 8-on-8. Yeah, the 4-on-4 match. Wagner promo. Trios. Mystico is not doing anything on this. So yeah, maybe we should give Mystico. Let's see, can we just give him a 1-on-1? Mystico versus Nicho is kind of random, but could be pretty solid. Top popularity though. What do you put him over? I know we've done Mystico versus Mr. Aguila before, but when was that? In August. You know what? Screw it. Rematch. I don't even know if we have 17 minutes of the show. I'm looking for the Lucha Libre options, but they're not there because it's not a Lucha Libre match. All right, here we'll put sorry, I need to check who's gonna be in the match. Oh, okay, we'll have Hector Garza be at ringside with Mr. Aguila. There's a big surprise of Blue Panther return and be in Mystico's corner. Yeah, so he's back from his injuries. Nope. You know what? We actually can make this. You know what's good? We're gonna have them steal the show. Even though we already have a steal the show match, I believe, but we're gonna make this a normal. Mr. Aguila, this is your time to shine. Please tell me you have promos. Oh my god. All right. All right, Pedro Guao Jr. to the rescue. We're just gonna have Pedro Guao Jr. do the talking for him. Oh yeah, we'll just put this promo right before this match. Just gonna have Pedro del Mal talking about how Oh, these cowards. Now they're ready to fight us. Now they want to face us at the pay-per-view. You know, what happened before? You know, Blue Panther, he wasn't man enough to get in the ring. You're a bunch of frauds. This will be foreshadow. There you go. Just a regular ass promo. We have 2 minutes to spare. So how about all right, there we go. Exactly 95 minutes. We're at 84%. No penalty. This is our go home show, so I'm really hoping it does well. I'm gonna guess. I'm feeling a 70. No, I'm feeling like an 8. A solid 8. All right, and no pre-show match. All right, so we open up with a tech masterclass between Felino and Blue Demon Jr. This match was to determine the first and final entrance into the Leyenda de Azul cibernetico. Blue Demon Jr. gets the win after interference from Damian 666. It's a 72. All right. Good start to the show. See, this is the kind of match that I'm always like, you'll book it and you're like, all right, please let these guys not have bad chemistry. Because for some reason, I feel like that happens a lot with Felino. Or at least it's happened to us once with Felino, and maybe now I'm prejudiced against him. All right, backstage promo. Blue Demon Jr. is officially going to be the final entrant in the match, so he has a big advantage over everyone. Yada, yada, yada. All right, Leyenda de Azul qualifier, aka Mascarano dos Mil doing jobs on the way out. So, oh wait, no. Pantera pinned with Paulodontis, bro. No. The whole point was to, oh, all right. Well, the whole point was for Mascarano dos Mil to take the loss, but that's fine. The Technicos get the win. They all advance to Leyenda de Azul. Oh, and the match got a 56. Not bad. All right, we want to change Black Warrior's gimmick because his momentum is ice cold. I can't hear you. Oh, nice. We used the likely to succeed on this, and it was a success. All right. His gimmick has received an initial rating of great. That's good. All right, Wagner not cutting the best promo he's ever cut. That's okay. I'm surprised the crowd's still simmering. I feel like we had at least one good match so far. All right, here is another Leyenda de Azul qualifier match. Los Invernales, Avierno Mephisto, and Super Crazy get a win over Starman, Explosivo, and Olympico. Super Crazy pinned Explosivo using the ropes. All right. Explosivo is weird. He's the game says he's like 6'2", but then he has no star quality, and I'm like, you're like 6'2" in CMLL, you know, and his stats are pretty good. How does he not have star quality? The Perros del Mal promo had to roll that R. It's a 64. Come on, guys. You got to pick it up. Come on. All right, surely Mystico's about to save the show right now. Mystico's about to go crazy. 74. All right. Oh, actually, Mr. Aguila doing a little better than Mystico. All right, he was showing that he's a veteran for a reason. All right, but anyways, Mystico gets the win over Mr. Aguila in this rematch of their match back in August. All right, great match. All right, and in our main event, we're crossing streams here. We got Santo, Alcanek, and Ultimo Dragon taking on Pedro Aguado Jr., Dr. Wagner Jr., and Ultimo Guerrero, and I got a 75. And the match ended in disqualification when Mr. Aguilar ran in and attacked Hijo del Santo. So Mr. Aguilar, upset that he lost to Mystico earlier, decides to ruin this match. He was like, you think you're gonna embarrass Los Perros del Mal? Think again. Santo was off his game. Alright, but aside from that, it seems like the match went over well. Oh, we even gained heat for the storyline. Alright, now let's see how this ending segment does. I'm really curious. We put like 20 dudes in it. Oh, 73. Alright. Nice. The crowd was into it. I'm glad. I mean, it makes sense, you know. You send out like 20 dudes and tell them to have a brawl after the main event ended in DQ. I imagine the crowd's gonna be pretty hyped. Or, well, some crowds. If you do that in some promotions, people will be like, they ruined the main event in AEW. But anyway, 73. Oh, we got a 77. All right, pretty strong. We made some money. We gained some popularity. That's great for us. All right, that was our go home show. So yeah, next we're getting straight to the pay-per-view, nice and early in the stream. I like it. Let's see. AAA Verano de Escalando. 72. La Parca defeated El Zorro. All right, well, these guys ain't got nothing on our guys. I'll say that. They ain't got nothing on them. Decent pay-per-view for them, though. Let's not waste any time. Let's just get straight to it, I guess. You know, in this episode, also probably after, or well, definitely after we book the pay-per-view, we're probably gonna import all the guys from the updated version of the mod. So I've got the what is it, like the it never ends updates. I need to import the guys and the promotions, and then yeah, maybe we'll try to look at do some scouting. Shortlist some new guys. Hey, while we're going through these loading screens, can we talk about that the promo, the Death Riders promo from Dynamite? Please, like Will Ospreay falling was so funny. Stacy Keebler up for grabs. Let's take a look. Forget what I was saying about Will Ospreay. She doesn't have great mic skills, but she has pretty decent charisma and acting. She doesn't speak Spanish though. What would we do with Stacy Keebler, who doesn't speak Spanish, so she can't be an interviewer? She could like manage. She could manage like Juventud or something, maybe, or like Tarzan Boy. That could be funny. She's not active in Mexico. Is this a bad idea? Is this? Am I about to be throwing money out the window here to bring in a manager? 21.2 per month, 3 years. Let's take a look at this. So that would put her like in line with like people like Vampiro and Great Sasuke, James Gibson, Mr. Aguilar, right around this area. Stacy Keebler Worth. I mean, we're also still waiting on we're waiting on Lillian Garcia. Ooh, we're gonna be able to negotiate for 9 days. But yeah, she does have microphone skills, and I believe, yeah, she speaks fluent Spanish. So she wouldn't be a manager. She'd be like a backstage interviewer. She would replace Shelly Martinez. And Shelly Martinez could maybe manage somebody, maybe? Although she doesn't have good mic skills. All right, we're not going to sign Stacy. We're just going to move on. I'm like thinking about this so hard. And I'm like, look, man, we don't need Stacy Keebler. Would it be fun to have her on the roster? Sure. She'd be another person. She'd be another background player. Oh, Taboo Tuesday happened. Let's see what WWE's doing. Oh, okay. That's the main event. Batista defeated William Regal. Randy Orton defeated Ric Flair. 87. Considering that their shows get like 99s, 87 is not great for them. But obviously, this is like way better than what we're doing. Soon, someday, we'll be there. All right, but yeah, unfortunately, no to Stacy, yes to Lillian Garcia. I think that's the smart play. Nothing against Stacy Keebler, but we don't, we're not exactly WWE here. We don't have unlimited funds. Arn Anderson up for grabs. He'd obviously be a great whatever they're called, but oh hell no. Yeah, never mind. Great road agents. All right, it is Friday, so that means it is about to be time for the Leyenda de Azul pay-per-view. Before we advance, let's just take a look at the card. No Jushin Thunder Liger or like Milano Collection AT or Dragon Kid this time, so we don't have to worry about borrowing them. You know what? Actually, yeah, we'll like look through the card as we're booking. Yeah, this is the card here. This is the show we're about to book. Let's just get it on. $25,000. We're getting to the point where we might have to start doing like generic venues. I feel like. Because I don't know if there's going to be a 25,000 seater. Oh nope, there literally is. I forget what I was saying. All right, it's pay-per-view time, guys. All right, show me the money. A big gamble. All right. Now that you got the fake one out of the way, show me the real stuff. Show me the real one. Near certainty for Pedro Wow Jr. All right, that's better. Can we get another one? Hey, we did. All right. See, you just gotta believe in them. All they need is a little positive reinforcement. Nicho, Milionario, and Nozawa butting heads backstage. You know, they seem like two guys that would be friends. But I guess, yeah. Nicho's unpredictable and Nozawa's a troublemaker. Yeah, yeah. Evil and Blue Demon Jr. have bonded. All right. We got some training going on. All right, that's it. We're just gonna get into the show. I went ahead and pre-booked the Cibernetico just to, you know, just because I knew I was gonna have to create the match and figure out who exactly I would want to put in it. But yeah, aside from that, we're just gonna book everything live. All right, so we're gonna start with the main event. The trios championships are on the line. Hijo del Santo, Místico, and Blue Demon Jr. defending against Los Perros del Mal, Rogal Jr., Mr. Aguila, and the light heavyweight champion, Hector Garza. Oh, this is Blue Demon Jr. I feel like I have to whisper with this song playing in the background. I believe Brazo de Oro has the agent of tag teams. Yeah. All right, so he's our man. This is the main event. We're gonna give it 18 minutes. It's a big match. All right, and well, you know, Perros del Mal, they're here. They've been running amok for quite some time now. I think, you know, even though the Technicos, we haven't booked Místico to lose a single match up until this point. Or at least I don't think so. Yeah, 63 wins, no losses. We've been giving him the Goldberg Bush, basically. But it's finally time for Místico to take his first L. And we're gonna give the win to Perros del Mal. And a heartbreaking outcome. Tainted, of course. We're gonna do. Oh, I forgot to make it a Lucha Libre match. Classic. We're gonna do 2-1 comeback. Tainted. Should we do an outside interference? You know what? We're not going to overcomplicate it. We're just going to have them win. We're just going to have them win and it's tainted. So, you know they cheated. We're definitely going to use this Perro Guayo creative finish that we just got. Double check if the titles are on the line. Beautiful. Oh, Místico is a bit unhappy. Whoa. Look here, Mr. Double Champion. Wow, he's over now. He's actually at the level of like our top guys. Oh, crazy. All right, look, man. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. You're losing one of your belts. You still have another one. I'm surprised out of like all the people in the match, it's Místico complaining. Okay, now let's go ahead and drop in the Cibernetico. You know, I was watching forget what year it was. I was watching one of the Leyenda de Azuls last night. I just don't understand. I just don't understand the format of the match because like Obviously, it's 16 men. It starts like a big battle royal, but everybody is already in the ring, like all at once. But then at some point in the match, they start doing a thing where guys start wrestling like one-on-one at a time, but then they'll just slide out of the ring and two other guys will come in, and I'm just like, what is the format? Is it a battle royal or not? But anyways, I definitely recommend checking one out if you've never seen them. Specifically, like try to find yourself a good Torneo Cibernetico, and maybe you can figure it out and explain it to me. Because yeah, I've tried to make sense of them, and I just can't. All right, I wanna give this a lot of time because of the type of match it is, but I don't know how the game is gonna feel about that. So let's see. Also, I have the match. The match is set for timed entrances. I don't. Is there an option to set entrance order? No, you can only set elimination order. All right, so yeah, the whole thing about Blue Demon Jr. being the final entrant, it's just kayfabe for us. All right, anyways, with all that said, Heavy Metal is going to make his debut in this match. He's going to be a surprise entrant, and he is going to win the match. And the final elimination is hopefully going to be Blue Demon Jr. The game usually ignores when you do the eliminations like this. I don't know why that is. But hopefully if the game cooperates, the final elimination will be Blue Demon Jr. And you know what? It's kind of weird using a near certainty on a like a battle royal type match, but we're gonna do it. I want this to go over well. It's the pay-per-view is named after this match. Blue Demon Jr. is unhappy. Kayfabe, man. We're telling a story. Your father's proud of you either way. You don't have to win his match. Oh, nobody's being overused? Nice. All right, cool. All right, my worries were unfounded. All right, next we've got a Lucha de Apuestas Trios match. That's on the technical side. We have Shocker, Casas, and LA Park. They're going up against the Perros del Mal units. Vampiro, Halloween, and Nicho Millonario. All right, and we're not going to repeat. We are going to correct our error from the past. All right, we're going to give Shocker the win. We're going to have Vampiro lose. This is a Lucha de Apuestas. All right, Vampiro is going to have his head shaved by Shocker. 4,500, sure. That's chump change. Chump change. All right, yeah. So last time we made it a Lucha de Apuestas, but we didn't actually set Vampiro to have his head shaved. So yeah, we're righting the wrong. Vampiro could only escape his fate for so long. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Let's see, do we have another near certain? We can have Negro Casas win if we want to use the near certainty there, actually. Screw it, we're doing that. All right, 15. Technical's going over. Vampiro getting shaved. No title on the line. Is the Leyenda de Azul a title? No, the Leyenda de Plata is though. Hey, you know what? We're gonna create the Leyenda de Azul as a title. Let's see, is there a trophy? Sure, we'll go with this one. Type singles. Title is considered achievement. Annual competition. Make sure. Okay, cool. All right, yeah, just wanted to make that a championship. Just for fun. Just so that way we can look at it in the future and go, all right, we booked heavy metal to win that. All right, anyways, let's continue booking this card. Oh wait, no, I know the next match. All right, tag titles on the line. Title match. Title match time. The team of here, let's do the champions first. Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero will be defending their titles against the team of Ultimo Dragon and the Great Sasuke. All right, the Japanese duo. We're gonna give them 15. Should we have this steal the show? I think we're going to. All right, and now everybody. You guys should all know by now. I love Ultimo Dragon. Huge fan. But I just think we're gonna have the champions retain. They're Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero are both great. Ultimo Dragon already has a championship. He doesn't need this one. And we're gonna do. We're gonna have Pirata Morgan interfere. That's going to cost him the win. Right, so yeah, we're telling a story. Oh, gonna put the titles on the line. Thank you, game. Right, and now let's also book our heavyweight championship match. It's gonna be Dr. Wagner Jr. defending the title against Alcanek. Do any of the agents have like how Brazo de Oro has agent of tag teams? Is there like an agent of singles matches thing maybe? Blue Panther? All right, whatever. All right, yeah, this one should be obvious. We're gonna have Dr. Wagner retain the title. No offense to El Connect, but Dr. Wagner, he's younger, he's in his prime. It just makes sense for him to win. Lucha Libre. Let's see. Can Elconnect go 15? No. Can Elconnect go 13? Can Elconnect go 12 minutes? Come on, man. Come on. All right, 10. Jesus Christ. All right, this match is only going to go 10 minutes. That's kind of sad, but whatever. I guess that's just the way it has to be. Do we have like a... Oh, okay, no, we don't have a Dr. Wagner finish. I'm going to use the safe bet on this match. I'm not worried about Wagner, but I'm a little worried about the match being 10 minutes. Yeah, a little worried about that. Seems way too short for a title match. I mean, what if we do like 15 slow build? How do you other? Oh, okay, there you go. That's better. All right, we'll still use the creative finish though. All right, so those are all the main matches essentially, but we still have a lot of people left over. I just threw a bunch of people together to make up this 10-man tag, and then we need a tech masterclass. Let's see if we can do that. Let's try to do the tech masterclass first. I mean, we have Máscara Sagrada. Anybody unimportant? Ryo de Jalisco Jr.?
This is a stupid dope mix.
Wait, is Ryo... Oh wait, Máscara Sagrada is a Technico. What if we do like... What if we do like El... Oh, well, I feel like we've done El Dandy Mascara Sagrada before. Let's see. Have we? Done it a couple of times in tag matches. Because we could do this and just replace El Dandy in that tag match with, I don't know, like Scorpio Jr. or Bestia Salvaje. And you know what? We always job Máscara Sagrada. What if we give him a surprise win? A surprise win to open the show. You know, yeah, this is going to be a match relampago. Which just means it's like a one fall match. All right, that's did I set it to be a tech masterclass? I did. Okay. All right, you know what? I guess we'll just book that 5-on-5. Well, let's see. Who is really left over? Máscara... Oh, wait, no, not. Universo dos Mil is recognizable. Alright, whatever. We have Lance Storm. Black Magic, Ran Hamada, Super Delphin, I believe. Super Delphin and Starman. Okay, and they're going to be taking on the team of, it was going to be El Dandy, but I guess now we'll have Emilio Charles Jr. take the lead. Scorpio, Fuerza Guerrera, Arcángel de la Muerte, and Sangre Azteca. All right, big old 5-on-5. Who should go over here? I mean, on one hand, if we're just going based on like who I like the most or who I want to put over the most, I kind of want to put over Super Delphin. Maybe try to get him to recognizable at least. Not pretty decent stuff. But yeah, I see there Super Delphin's 37, Sangre Azteca 31. Also good stats. Maybe we want to put them over. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna go with Sangre Azteca. Good job. Good job. You deserve it. Why? I'm not sure. Here, Bestia Salvaje can be ringside. Don't think I forgot about you. And you know what? I guess if he's ringside, we just also have Nitro and Dr. Ekis. We got to use these people who are not wrestling. This doesn't matter as much for this match. Whatever. All right, I just want to take a quick look at who is left over. I feel like we've used the vast majority of the roster. Is there this many people we haven't booked? Oh my god. Super Crazy's in them? Did I not put Super Crazy in? Let's see. Oh, Arcángel de la Muerte. Is Sangre Azteca also in here? No. I guess we're gonna replace Arcángel de la Muerte with Super Crazy. There's a lot of people left over, but let me see who's actually important. Not that many. All right, how about we book a 4-on-4 pre-show? All right, here we're gonna give a win to the Rudos. We're gonna do Black Warrior, Ramstein, Bedeoff Jr. and El Terrible. Sheesh. What a shitty team. All right, and they're gonna beat to Alan Stone, Chris Stone, Explosivo, and Olympico. And, you know, we just gave Black Warrior a whole new gimmick. We're trying to retrieve him from the hole that we tossed him into. So yeah, let's have him get the win. All right, and I think that's about gonna do it for matches. So I guess now all that's left to do is book a couple promos and we're good to go. All right, so we're gonna book a promo for after the Leyenda de Azul. Let me see. Oh, Heavy Metal doesn't have mic skills. Ah. All right. Anyways, we're gonna do a backstage promo. Heavy Metal, Bellino, and Negro Casas are celebrating backstage. They're celebrating Heavy Metal's arrival in CMLL and his big win. Blue Demon Jr. off screen. Jr. off screen. Whoops. All right. I don't know how I did that. Shelly Martinez back. All right, 3 minutes hype. Heavy Metal celebrating his win. Do we have an angle idea? No, I keep checking as though we got new ones. We definitely we definitely got 3 creative finishes. Boom. We're gonna do a 4-minute Hijo del Santo promo backstage. This will probably go right before the main event. Just Hijo del Santo, you know, cutting one of his typical heroic promos about how you know, in life, there's always going to be people who oppose you, and there's always going to be evildoers and ill-spirited men out to get you, and it's important to stand up and fight and to never waver, to never flinch in the face of adversity, you know, etc., etc. He goes on like that. You know, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for U.S. sacrifice. I feel like I spelled the pose wrong. Maybe it's one of those things where you just look at a word and you think it's spelled wrong, but it's actually right. I don't know. I hope it's right. I'm gonna look really stupid if it's wrong. Eh. I'm gonna give a promo to Los Guerreros de Invierno for their match. We're just gonna have them cut a promo where they're fired up. They're fired up there to defend their tag titles. And you know, they don't think too much of Ultimo Dragon and the Great Sasuke. They're like, you know, they got a couple of fluke wins over us in tag matches. You know, we'll give them that. But you know, really, those guys they're not that special. You know, well, we got a couple of wannabe Mexicans coming over from Japan. A couple of fake luchadors. And we know we're supposed to be impressed. And, you know, between you and me, are they even really friends? Hey, you know what? 1 minute cameo. 1 minute cameo. Just spontaneous. We're gonna go ahead and remove Ultimo Dragon and Great Sasuke because they have nothing to do with this. But we're gonna have what is this guy's name? Tarzan Boy. We're gonna have Tarzan Boy, Juventud, James Gibson, and Zoom Vito. How did I forget him? We're gonna have them show up, and it's gonna be like a quick comedy bit. They're, you know, Los Baja Panties. They're the hot new thing in CMLL right now. They're gonna, you know, they're dressed up nice in their button downs. They're ready to party. You know, they're looking for the ladies. They're like, Ultimo Guerrero, you seen any girls around here? You seen any hot mamacitas you want to direct us towards? And, you know, Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero, they're gonna be all broy, like, the ladies, right? Ladies, All right, comedy. All right, no reason for that to happen either, other than just to get them onto the show. Also, speaking of Los Baja Panties, it's about time. it's time. It's time. Oh yeah, it's finally time. Let's make this an official group. We've joked about them enough. I think the name's good. It's stuck. It's funny. All right, Los Baja Panties are here, and they're here to stay. Let's just find something appropriate. Or maybe like a beach theme. Any beach related or like no. Radio boys. Eminem. Man, shout out to Eminem. What a team. Man, remember that time Joey Matthews got like his face busted open in that ladder match? I think it was like Eminem, the Hardy Boys, and was it just them? I feel like London and Kendrick were in that match too. I don't know. All I remember is some spot went wrong and Joey Matthews' face got smashed by a ladder. All right, you know, none of these sticking out to me. We're just gonna leave it default. All right, but yeah, they're a faction now. Los Baja Panties. Clap it up, everybody. Oh, and how could we not have Perros del Mal cut a promo? They're in the main events. We're gonna have them foreshadow. All right, serious time. Perro Bao Jr. cutting a promo. He's got his boys behind him. Hey, you know, I guess this is like the polar opposite promo of Santo. So they're talking about how, like, you know, you guys, you think everything has to be your way. You think you deserve this and you deserve that. You know, you don't deserve our respect. You don't get any of our respect. And we're gonna take those championships from you, and we're gonna take everything away from you. We're gonna take all your accomplishments. We're gonna take all your legacies. We're gonna take your we're gonna take your house. We're gonna take your car. We're gonna take your girl. Let's go Blue Panther. Let's get Casas and Felino involved too. We're gonna have this come before. We're gonna have this come before these two matches. So yeah, it's gonna. they vow to take everything, but then they lose the Apuestas, they lose the Leyenda de Azul, but then they win the match that matters. They win the main event. So a mixed bag of a night for Perros del Mal. Is there anybody? You know what? Here, we're gonna. Oh, this is a Tech Masterclass. Damn it. You know what? Who cares if this is bad? Actually, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Definitely shouldn't say that. All right, we're gonna do another pre-show. We're gonna have Universal Dos Mil and Máscara Años Dos Mil take on. Máscara Mágica and Lismark Jr. All right, and even though Máscara Años Dos, you know what? Actually, I was about to say, even though Máscara Años Dos Mil is on his way out, and we've been burying him this whole time, that I wanted to have Universal Dos Mil win the match, but we can just put Apollo Dantes. All right, problem solved. All right, we're gonna give the win to Universal Dos Mil. All right, and I guess that is going to do it. I am going to stop fiddling with the card, and I'm gonna stop adding matches. I think we're good. I don't. What did our last pay-per-view even get? I don't remember. Oh, our last pay-per-view was Anniversario, and I got an 86. Holy shit! All right, the bar is set pretty high. Yeah, it's definitely set pretty high. I don't know if we're gonna hit an 86 with this. I would be very happy if we did. I don't know if we're gonna hit an 86, but I'm gonna say my guess for this show is like I'm gonna say an 80. A solid 8. Let's go, let's go a little higher. 82. I think the main event is going to do well. We're using a creative finish on it. You've got Santo, Mystico in there. I don't know about the Leyenda de Azul only because there's so many guys in that match. So I feel like it can either do well because of the star power in the match, or it can be like a bunch of people dragging the match down. So I'm not really sure what to expect there. But I think the Apuestas match should at least give us like somewhere in the 70s. The tag match, the tag title match is definitely going to be good. Oh yeah, so I'm going to guess an 82. All right, let's run it without further ado. Sheesh. All right, thank God this is on the pre-show. Los Hermanos Dinamita, Universal 2000, and Apollo Dantes get a win over Mascara Mágica and Liz Mark Jr. Only a 47. Not a good match. All right. All right, second pre-show match of the evening. We have Black Warrior, Ramstein, and Perov Jr. and El Terrible getting a win over Los Hermanos Stone, Explosivo, and Olímpico. This match slightly better, gets a 55. All right. We gave Black Warrior the win. He beat Explosivo. Yeah, Black Warrior getting a 59. He's not bad. He just had really bad momentum because we jobbed him out a bunch. We should probably try to get him. I don't know if he's fallen to unimportant, but if he has, we need to get him back to recognizable. All right, opening up the actual pay-per-view. We've got a tech masterclass. El Dandy going one-on-one with Mascara Sagrada. Only a 55. Not great. Not great, but we needed a tech masterclass. Honestly, we could have just put this on the pre-show. I forgot all about the strategy. I forgot about the strategy. Can you believe it? No, Mascara Sagrada has a new gimmick coming in. Let's see how it does. Oh wow, we're 2 for 2 on the likely to succeed gimmick ideas. Hell yeah. All right, he's now using the Chosen One gimmick, which is Mysterious Occult. Yeah, it's got an initial rating of great, although it gives a large penalty to charisma. Yeah, not really what you want. But beggars can't be choosers. All right, 5-on-5 action. On the technical side, we've got Lance Storm, Black Magic, Grand Hamada, Super Dolphin, and Starman. And they get it. Oh, no, excuse me. I forgot I booked the Rudos to win. So, yeah, actually, they take a loss to Los Talibanes, Emilio Charles Jr., Scorpio Jr., Pandilla Guerrera, Granja de la Muerte, and Sangre Azteca, and Fuerza Guerrera. I don't know why I read them all out of order. Ooh, Sangre Azteca only get a 49. All right. I'm glad we put him over. All right, on to the real shit. Heavyweight title on the line. Dr. Wagner Jr. goes 15 minutes with the legendary El Connect. Gets a 77. Great match. The creative finish definitely helped. Although Wagner Jr. got an 82. So yeah, shout out to Wagner Jr. The match would have been good either way. Yeah, great match. I believe up next is our tag title match. So we're just having 2 bangers back to back. Let's see it. Oh no, I forgot about this segment. The part with Los Baja Panties did better than the part with just Los Guerreros Invierno. Something to think about. All right, only a 60 though. A little disappointing actually. Ultimo Guerrero usually a good promo. And we lost storyline heat right before the match. All right, this match also getting a 77. Los Guerreros de Invierno, Ultimo Guerrero, and Rey Bucanero defend the CMLL tag titles against Ultimo Dragon and the Great Sasuke. They had a little bit of help from Pirata Morgan. He interfered. And Ultimo Guerrero pinned Ultimo Dragon. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. All right, this was a Steal the Show match, and Steal the Show they did. 77. Everybody seemingly did really good in this match. Rey Bucanero was off his game, but he still got a 71. So yeah, I was right to expect this match to be good. All right, backstage promo, but Perros del Mal 73. Thank you. I don't. He's been off his game lately, you know, but I'm glad he delivered this time. All right, Lucha de Apuestas. Shocker, Negro Casas and LA Park get a big victory over Vampiro, Halloween, and Nicho Emiliario. Yeah, and Vampiro finally his fate has caught up to him. Vampiro finally has his head shaved. So yeah, it was kind of funny having him evade justice last time, but not this time, buddy. Your luck's run out. All right, 81, great match. All right, and now the namesake of the pay-per-view, the Leyenda de Azul cibernetico match, gets a 77. The creative finish was a success. Heavy Metal has debuted. His gimmick got a rating of very good. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, the game actually listened this time. Blue Demon Jr. was the final elimination. Thank you, game. Like a lot of the times when you set eliminations, the game just ignores that and does whatever it wants. All right, but yeah, Heavy Metal, your Leyenda de Azul winner, making his debut. Big win. All right, after the match, we get backstage a celebratory promo. The brothers Casas all reunited and united against Los Perros del Mal. All right, and now we get a fiery babyface promo from Hijo del Santo. It gets a 72, and now it is time for our big main event. Let's see what it does. A 76. All right, the creative finish was a failure. That's disappointing. All right, but anyways, Hijo del Santo, Mystico, and Blue Panther unsuccessful trying to defend their titles against Perros del Mal. Perro Gal Jr., Mr. Aguilar, and Hector Garza, your new champions. Hijo del Santo head and shoulders above everyone else. Got an 88. Wow, he sure was. Man, it's too bad the creative finish was a failure. This could have definitely been a better match. All right, but anyways, let's see how good the show was. A 79. Well, what did our last pay-per-view get? Oh, it got an 86. All right, so not quite as good as Anniversario, but still a very good show in its own right. I'd say this is a big success. All right, address the locker room. First things first, Heavy Metal, welcome to the roster. Praise for a great performance. All right, who else did really well? Hijo del Santo did really well. It's been a while since we've given him a shout out, so we're gonna do that again. And, you know, Mystico was he was a little upset about losing his trios championship, so we're gonna compliment him on having a good performance. Please. We made 800 grand. Okay, big money. It only went up in Central. That's okay. That's because it's a pay-per-view probably, so you know, less viewers. Oh, and it's scrum time. Scrum. Word is that El Connect has become a mentor to Zerus. Is this a good combination in your eyes? I think Zerus will definitely benefit. He's very young. El Connect is a legend, you know? I don't see how this could be anything but positive. All right, people are calling Super Viernes Week 4 October a success. What was your view on the show? I'm gonna say I'm delighted it went so well. I I want to say it was a huge success, but it wasn't as good as Anniversario. We could have done better. Oh, I guess I could say honestly it was okay, but I still think we could do better. But I don't, I don't want to worry the roster. Definitely regarded Super Vanis week 5 October is hovering into view. What? Just next week Super Vanis? Oh, is that gonna be like a Halloween show? Like a Dia de los Muertos? I can assure you it's gonna be a fantastic show. I didn't realize it was special up until just now, but we'll do some fun Halloween stuff. Yeah. Maybe we dress Mystico up as Superman. How concerned are you by the night off Grand Hamada had? I'm sure it was a one-off. You have two workers, Vampiro and Juventud Guerrera, who don't really like each other. Vampiro is lively, Juventud is a party animal. You know, I'm just gonna say as long as they remain professional, I don't tend to get involved. We haven't had any issues with both of them so far. So, we're all adults here. I think everybody can just, if everybody does their job and keeps themselves, everything will be okay. Maybe they'll even, learn, they'll bond over something. Maybe they'll become friends again. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds for Vampiro and Hoofendude? All right, the locker room liked the response. Were you surprised that Vampiro allowed himself to get shaved bald tonight? Oh, we forgot to give him his bonus. Oh no. I'm glad that he agreed to it. It was a great moment. We're gonna kayfabe this. I'm glad he didn't run away like a coward like he did last time. Apuestas matches have been a tradition in Lucha Libre for as long as Lucha Libre has been around, and him refusing to have his head shaved last month was a slap in the face of all those that came before him. I'm glad that Shocker, Negro Casas, and LA Park were able to bring him to justice. Fan hero. All right, that was a good scrum. We got a buy rate of 161,000 buys. I don't know what we got last time. The great Zumbito needs to learn how to sell, says the great Sasuke. Why does everybody hate Zumbito? He didn't even wrestle on this show. He didn't even wrestle on this show. He was at ringside he was in a backstage segment for like a second. I swear, man, nobody likes that guy. So let's check up on our roster after our pay-per-view. Pero Wow Jr. has made it all the way up to Major Star. I feel like he's been here for a while, but I don't know if I've shown that. But yeah, we've brought him all the way up from recognizable to Major Star. Garza is a star. Mystico is a star. We brought him all the way up from unimportant. Heavy Metal is well known. He gained a little bit of popularity from debuting. Yeah, good for him. All right. Okay, can I see something? Is this gonna be another pay-per-view? I didn't know this was coming up. And it seems like doing pay-per-views 2 weeks in a row would be a bad idea. We like How do we make this not a special event? I guess we would have to like make whatever, man. If it's a pay-per-view, it's a pay-per-view. I'm over it. It's not even on the 31st. Oh my god, I keep I keep accidentally advancing into shows. I can't help myself. All right. We're here. It's still a Visa time, but I'm gonna take a quick break. I was, I was planning on taking my break, but I was gonna advance to the next show. Here we are. Here we are. It's all right. Stick with me, folks. I'm gonna try to get myself yeah, I'm gonna get myself back in sorts. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're back. It's apparently Televisa time. Like, because of course I accidentally advanced into this. Let's just get into it. Straight up, I really didn't have any plans past Leyenda de Azul, so we're gonna have to just figure this one out on the fly. Yeah, speaking of Beyond Leyenda de Azul, I was planning on bringing this up. Anyways, right now the way our schedule is set up, yeah, the way our schedule is set up right now, it seems that we have a pay-per-view on the fourth Friday of every month. You know, which I've been feeling lately like I would like it if they were sometimes a little bit more spaced out. So what I'm planning on doing is I think I want to move whatever the scheduled November pay-per-view is. I think I want to move that to maybe like the second week of December, and then we can close out the year with like some kind of Christmas special on Televisa instead of a pay-per-view at the end of the year. Because yeah, these 3-week turnarounds between pay-per-views is pretty fast, and yeah, it would just be nice to have a little bit more time. Not always, but sometimes. Is there any bigger venues we can go to? We can go to a bigger venue here, but we're gonna draw less fans. Whatever, we'll just go here. All right, let's try for some angle ideas. Ooh, a near certainty for Santo, definitely useful. A bit of a gamble, no thank you. No gambling. A near certainty, all right. And let's just get another one. Hey, another near certainty. All right, they kind of cooked. They kind of cooked. Thank you, booking team. Oh, for some reason I read this really fast and thought it said that they were unhappy backstage, but it says really bonded. I don't know how I got unhappy. Oh, they have a shared love of cupcakes, you say? I believe that LA Park is a fan of cupcakes. I'm so sorry. Shout out to LA Park. All right, training. All right, it's time for the post pay-per-view edition of CMLL on Televisa. All right, obviously we're gonna start with a big Perros del Mal promo, right? Right. Oh. We've got the new trios champions, Pedro Jr., Mr. Aguila, and the new double champion, Hector Garza, all in the ring. I've got Blue Demon Jr. I'm not gonna say all their names. I feel like people must be sick of me listing every single member of this group individually. So I'm gonna stop. You see me adding them. I feel like I missed someone, but oh, Nietzsche. There we go. All right, the entire Perros del Mal. We're gonna give them a big old 6-minute promo to start. No 4 minutes. 4-minute promo just to start the show. We're gonna call this character development. So they're gonna come out. They're gonna celebrate their win. They're gonna brag. They're gonna talk about how we defeated El Santo. We defeated Místico. Oh, the great Místico. We defeated him. Oh, how tragic. We defeated Blue Panther. But of course, they also lost a couple of matches. Should we maybe we have like Casas and Heavy Metal challenge like Blue Demon Jr. and Perro del Mal Jr. to a match. Maybe that could be our main event. All right, so how about this? We're gonna shorten this to 3 minutes. All right, so they're doing their thing, and we're gonna send out Negative Casas, Heavy Metal, and Felina. Right. All right, Casas is gonna come out, and he's gonna be like, last night, with a little help from my good friends Shocker and LA Park, I was able to defeat, a couple of your dogs, Perro. I shaved your boy's head over there, Vampiro, and Vampiro's gonna snarl like, I'm mad. He's gonna be like, there's 3 of us, and you guys are the new Trios champions. How about tonight? Tonight we challenge you for the titles. And Perro del Mal Jr., he's not gonna agree to that shit. He's gonna be like, hell no. But yeah, I guess we will still get a tag match. Maybe it'll be like Blue Demon Jr. and somebody else, not Perro del Mal Jr. Maybe we do like Blue Demon Jr. and Nicho. Los Hermanos Casa. That's what we're going to be calling them. All right, and that's how we're going to open the show. And I guess, yeah, we'll book that main event. I'm going to be so pissed if these two have bad chemistry. But we're hoping for the best. All right, our main event tag team match. Or, we could make it a trios match and have them beat 3 other members of the group, but like, Heavy Metal just got here. We don't want them already beating them like and getting momentum over them. This is too soon. So yeah, we're just gonna leave it at a tag match. Have Heavy Metal beat Nicho. We're gonna do a flash pinfall. So he's, he was a big surprise yesterday. He's gonna get a big surprise win today. We're gonna do Felino at ringside and Perro del Mal Jr. We'll give him the full 20. Yeah, because I didn't have any plans post pay-per-view, I really don't know who's going to be doing what moving forward. But I think it'll be fine if we kind of just, do whatever on this show and then adjust as we go. If the next Super Variance is in fact on Halloween, maybe we could just have it be like a non-canon special. We do just random matches. All right, but Mystico took his first L last night, and we're gonna have him get straight back in the ring. We're gonna do Santo, Mystico, and Volador, and we're gonna find some people for them to face. Oh, what if they face? What if they face Los Bajavantes? Oh my god. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I'm gonna put Mystico. I'm gonna put Zumbito at ringside, and Hijo del Santo is gonna be like, "You should let this guy go." He's gonna get all mad. Oh, this is perfect. All right, double main events. Double main event tonight. We're gonna have Mystico get the win. Open match. Man, should we have them steal the show? We're gonna do it. We're gonna have him steal the show. Mystico took his first loss last night. I want him to come back stronger than ever. I want him to come back fired up with renewed purpose. We're gonna put Zumbito at ringside just to just to make everybody mad. James Gibson's being used too much. No. Is he not recognizable? Oh, I feel like he was recognizable for like a second. Damn, he has neutral momentum. Can we get him to have a safe bet and a near certainty? What if we get him to very warm? Is this worth it? Yes. Yes, I say. A safe bet. Success. Warm. All right. We're going to use the second one, and it's going to be a success, and he's going to be very warm. Yeah. Bow, 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 bow. All right. Is he still being overused? Yes. All right. Fine. Fine game. Slightly overused. That's all right. We need a tech master class. Let's do a classic one-on-one. Blue Panther. Taking on. Let's see. I feel like I've done Blue Panther versus Black Warrior, and they have bad chemistry, which is pretty funny considering they're brothers. Have we ever done Blue Panther LTD? Man, this feels too good to do as a throwaway match, but we're doing it. Why not? Blue Panther, El Dandy, Tech Masterclass. Just for fun. We need 28 more minutes. I don't know. We can do something with Wagner and Los Guerreros de Invierno. So we'll do Wagner, Ultimo, and Pirata, because I just love switching it up. And we'll do El Connect. Do El Connect, Lance Storm, and Black Magic. Alright, we've never booked this exact match before. Shocking. Alright, I've got my phone like on the laptop, kind of in the way of the keyboard, so it kind of made it weird to type, but we got there. We did it. Alright, this is a match that's just happening for the sake of being a cool match. We're gonna have let's have I was gonna put over Pirata Morgan for no reason, but let's see. Wagner is white hot. Ultimo Guerrero is also white hot. Pirata Morgan is warm. Alright, we're gonna have Pirata Morgan go over for no reason. Why not? Pirata Morgan, Tainted Wind. We're gonna have Rey Bucanero interfere. All right, only 13 more minutes to book. All right, we're doing good on the show. Let's see who we have left. Like Park Dragon Shocker. I mean, hey, while we're just booking cool matches, we got LA Park, we got Shocker, we got Ultimo, we got Sasuke. We can have them face. Or how about Mephisto, Avierno, Super Crazy, and Emilio Charles Jr. Rounding out the squad. And you know, I feel like this is the kind of match where you just put over the Technicos. LA Park takes the win. Single fall match. All right, this is enough for a show, but we could probably use a couple more promos. All right, so let's do a Santo Mystico promo. You know, they're gonna cut a promo about how last night things didn't go their way, but sometimes in life, you face adversity and you must have faith in the Lord above and the path He has chosen for you, and you must overcome the obstacles, etc., etc. Look, his name is literally Hijo del Santo. We're leaning into the Santo part of his name. All right, he's he's gonna be real preachy and positive and optimistic. In a sing-songy hymn kind of way. No, my son Mystico, you must believe in yourself and you must rise once again, just like Jesus Christ did. All right. All right, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. All right. Who are they? All right. All right. There you go. Oh, and didn't we get a couple of angle ideas? Let's go ahead and use those. All right, we definitely want a near certainty on this one. We're just gonna add. You know, at some point we might want to split. I feel like at some point we might want to split off the Perros del Mal feuds. You know, maybe have like Pero Wow Jr. and Hector Garza in one feud, and then you could have Nicho Millonario doing something else. But for now, Necro Casas is already in here, right? We're just gonna add heavy metal. But yeah, maybe I'll fix this up off screen at some point. Oh, I just remembered we forgot to give Vampiro his bonus. Here, let's just do that. He wanted 4,500. We'll give him 5,500. All right, sorry, buddy. Didn't forget about you. Definitely forgot about him. Oh God. All right. Let's just go ahead and do a Wagner Ultimo promo, and we'll be good to go. All right, I don't even know what this promo is about. Just it's just a general promo. Here, we'll add Shelly Martinez. Here, I'll connect. These guys just beat Dragon and Sasuke. All right. You know, we could have maybe like Lance Storm and Black Magic be the next tag title challengers. That could be fun. Even though they're gonna lose this match. All right, and this looks like a CMLL Televisa. All right, I think we did a good job of getting mostly everyone on the show. Or I mean, most of the important people on the show. And yeah, there's no more time. There's only 2 more minutes. Here, we'll do Is that too much? No. All right, big main event for no reason. we're gonna use the Santo angle idea. All right, and we're hot off of our pay-per-view. We haven't got anything above an 80 in this stream yet, so I would really like it if this show can do that. Let's book a pre-show match. And you know what? How about we do this? How about we book the match and we just let the road agent decide. Here, we're gonna put it in the capable hands of Brazo de Oro. All right, let's do on the Rudo side. We're gonna do Black Warrior, Ramstein. And who is there another like mean looking guy who is unaffiliated? I mean, there's Zerus, but he's a super rookie. I mean, but yeah, you know what? Sure, Zerus. Let's, maybe he needs some ring time. Let's see, who are they gonna face? How about we do El Pantera, Misterioso, and is Sombra de Plata good? Not particularly. I'll do Explosivo then. All right, 8 minutes, one fall match. We're just gonna let Brazo de Oro decide who wins here. All right, so if I had to guess, I'm gonna try to guess. I'm gonna say that El Pantera is going to pin Zerus. That's my guess. It could. I feel like Black Warrior could also take it, but we'll see. All right, there you go. CMLL Televisa for sure gonna get an 80 or above. Let's see. All right, the pre-show match gets a 50. Zerus got a 30. Man, we signed him super young. He's like straight up a young lion. Oh, El Pantera submitted Ramstein. Okay, I was right winner, wrong loser. Right. All right, we open the show strong, big angle, Perros del Mal, new trios champions, rubbing it in everyone's faces. New member of the roster, Hector Garza, comes out with his brothers, Negro Casas and Felino. They want a trio title shot. Edo Qua Jr. laughs and says, "No, why would we do that?" All right, 79. Hell yeah. All right, random just for fun tech masterclass. Blue Panther. He shows off, some of what he learned in Japan against El Dandy. Gets a 67. Pretty good. I'm sure they're both slightly past their primes by this point, but I would still like to see this match. Does El Dandy still wrestle today? I know Blue Panther does, but does El Dandy still wrestle? I don't know. All right, 8-man action. Got the technical team, LA Park, Shocker, Ultimo Dragon, and the Great Sasuke going up against Los Infernales, Super Crazy, Mephisto, and Avierno, and Emilio Charles Jr., and they get the win. When LA Park pinned Emilio Charles Jr. with a Sky Twister press. I made a joke about how he likes cupcakes, and he's like, "Yeah, you want to call me fat? Fuck you, man. Look at this." he had to prove me wrong. All right, yeah, good match. I got a 70. Also, Dragon got a 76. Damn. Emilio Charles Jr. was the weak link here. It's unfortunate. All right, we head backstage. We have a little promo action. The tag champs, heavyweight champ, cutting a promo, just hyping themselves up, essentially. They're hyped up off their wins last night. They got a 70. All right, a just for fun all-star trios tag match. Wagner Jr. and Los Guerreros and Vienno get a win over El Connect, Lance Storm, and Black Magic. When Pirata Morgan submitted Black Magic after Rey Bucanero attacked Lance Storm. So maybe Lance Storm was going to break up the submission and Rey Bucanero like yanked him off the apron and the referee didn't see it. And then he like threw him into the crowd. So yeah, the Rudos steal the win here, 75. I like how these matches, the crowd rating and the wrestling rating aren't too high, but then the segment is still doing good. I assume that's because, the people in the match are really over. I think that's what that means. I mean, but yeah, you put Wagner and Ultimo together, yeah, you're guaranteed a good match. All right, Santo promo talking about Jesus gets a 75. All right, the angle idea was success. Great. Wow, great match here, actually. Hijo del Santo and Mystico look to bounce back from their trios title loss. They team up with their boy Volador Jr. and they take on Los Baja Panties, Juventud Guerrera, James Gibson, and Tarzan Boy. These guys, Los Baja Panties, they're capable competitors. They're formidable, but they're too distracted in their constant quest for the ladies' affection. So yeah, it cost them tonight. Yeah, great match. What else can I say? I just said a bunch, but yeah, what else can I say? Yeah, but shout out to Los Baja Panties having a 80 match. All right, and then why? Why does the game not want me to put Negro Casas in tag matches? I don't get it. I don't understand. This happened with Felino. Of course, it's gonna happen with Heavy Metal too. This guy just hates his brothers. Have Negro Casas and Heavy Metal have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. Awesome. I'm sure the game's gonna give me a message I've never seen before and say that when I team them with Felino, they have absolutely zero chemistry as a trio. But anyways, 71 main event. Get it together. Are in the show only getting a 73. It felt like we were on track. It felt like we were on track to have a really good show, but then the main event kind of under-delivered. So yeah, a little unfortunate there. But yeah, what can you do? Oh, we lost popularity in one region. Damn. We still made money though, so that's good. Wow, we lost popularity in Central. Damn, that's cold. What the hell? I can't believe that Casas has no chemistry with both Felino and Heavy Metal. That's not fair, man. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to me? Yeah, I can't believe it. I knew it too. Like I had a feeling. I really did. I had a feeling that they wouldn't have chemistry, but I was like, no, surely that's not going to happen twice. All right, yeah, we didn't sign Stacy Keebler. Aw. All right, yeah, so up next, potentially another pay-per-view. I'm not sure. I think it will be. I don't really want it to be, but I guess so. And then yeah, think okay, no. So the pay-per-view is gonna be this. How do we need to find a way to make it so that instead the pay-per-view is like here. And then, yeah, we build up a week to our Christmas show on Televisa, and then we have a New Year's Super Fairness. Yeah, I think that will be a good. We just kind of stack December and have a more chill November. Let Perros del Mal have a nice little reign with their titles before they potentially lose them on the next pay-per-view. But I think I'm gonna try to figure that stuff out off screen because it sounds confusing and time consuming. All right, so before we call it a day here, yeah, let's go ahead and import people. I don't know if it's a good idea to do this on stream, but we're gonna do it anyways. How do we do this? Okay, import data. I think this is the database we're using. Okay, yeah, this one has INE, so this is the new one. It never ends. Okay. All right, I tested this before, and if you import people who are duplicates, it doesn't, it'll be like, hey, this is a duplicate, and it won't import them. So that's good. So that means we can just select all and import them, right? All right, here we go. But yeah, no, I tested it with Too Cold Scorpio, and it was like, this is duplicate data, and so I think it's safe to just import everybody all at once. Hopefully, I may be destroying the save right now. We'll find out. We'll find out together. It would be nice. It would be nice to have some new workers we can add to the roster. Shortlist some people, sign some people. It would be fun. For sure, I definitely want to bring in Gamonito. I feel like he was, I think I saw that he started in CMLL in like 2005. So around this time period. So yeah, I would like to bring in Gamonito. We can just have him be at ringside for matches. Have him just be our mascot. I'm probably not going to start booking like a minis division just yet. Yeah, it would be nice to have Gamonito. I'm sure there's got to be some luchadors in this pack. Okay, yeah, so all these people, it won't import them because they're already here. Can you tell us who it did import? No. All right. Did it do it? It's just telling me who it wasn't able to import. Does that mean it imported everyone else? We're gonna do to view. We're gonna look at oh wait, no, we're gonna do to hire based in Mexico. We're gonna see if there's any guys I don't recognize. This person does not have a photo. Maybe this is a new person. All right, maybe we're gonna have to import the photos. All right, so I guess the new people are here. All right. We're gonna have to fix this. Bobby Lee's a guy. Oh man, I mean he's 54, but oh man, don't close the game. Oh. All right, let's see. So we did workers. Is there anything else we want to? Oh, companies. All right, I think there should be some new companies in this, so we're gonna import these. Okay. Do we like? I don't know. Title names? I don't know if this other stuff is gonna have new things that we need to import. We're just gonna not. See, is there gonna be any companies without the photos? There's Italian Championship Wrestling. Michinoku Pro wasn't here. That's interesting. You know, this might have not been the best idea. I mean, I assume the game will like set itself up on its own, but maybe I can go in and like at least add like an owner and a booker to each company. I'm not even totally sure how to do that. I guess would it be like an in-game editor? I don't know. Anyways, is there like a is there a way to import photos? Feel like I've seen that before. I don't even know where change pictures. Will this work? Did I just ruin like my save? Everything seems to be good here. Hey, all right, that did the trick. All right, I know how to do things sometimes. Wow. All right, so it looks like there's a bunch of new faces now. I'm gonna have to go through and like shortlist some guys, sign some guys. Crazy Boy. I feel like I know this. I feel like I've seen him before. I don't know. There's that because there was definitely an era where I used to watch CMLL on TV when I was like sometime in the 2000s, and then at some point it just became AAA. Like it was the same time slot, but like one week it was CMLL and the next week it was AAA. So I remember for a while I watched some AAA, and I feel like that's where I've seen this guy, Crazy Boy. Oh, isn't this a Joe Litter's tag team partner? Am I getting that correct? He has no tag teams. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Who knows? But this guy is pretty. Oh wait, he's good hardcore and good flashy. Oh, he's consistent. We'll shortlist him for now. I don't think I'm gonna sit here and go through every single person on screen right now. I feel like that would be torture to make people watch. You know, it's a very time-consuming, boring process. So I think I'm just gonna leave that for off screen. And the same with the setting up the company stuff, because I know nobody wants to watch me figure that out. So before I go, the last thing I want to talk about. I keep thinking to bring this up while I'm booking and then forgetting to do it. WWE is bringing back Perros del Mal in AAA. Now, on one hand, I'm not really a AAA watcher. I get their videos are recommended to me sometimes on YouTube, and I watched the El Grande Americano Apuestas match. I thought it was pretty good. 5.75 stars is crazy, but I thought it was a good match. But yeah, I don't like that WWE is bringing back Perros del Mal, and it's for one selfish reason. It is because I bought a Perros del Mal shirt a while back, like maybe like a month or two ago. And and when I would wear it out, I would feel like, I'm in my cool throwback wrestling shirt. But, now I feel like people are going to see me in that shirt and I'm just going to look like a WWE fan. So thanks WWE for making my shirt a little less cool. Thank you. I don't appreciate that. I find it very annoying. But no, I hope they're successful. In their heyday, they were very popular. They sold a ton of merch. So I'm sure that's why WWE brought them back. They were like, look at all this money that these fake merch guys are making that we could be making if we just sold the exact same shirts. So yeah, I hope it goes well for them. All right, with that said, I guess this is going to be the end of this episode because, I need to figure out some plans for the future, and I will definitely do that. If you like this episode, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. You can leave a comment if you like. All comments are welcome and appreciated. I might delete your comment if you're being a little shit, but if you're cool, we'll let it rock. Also, follow me on Twitch at Hijo de Amigo. All right, that's the end of this episode. Catch me next time when I do my AEW stream. All right, I hope to see you guys there. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good one.